We target this, we exile this, we make sure that it never comes back.
That's it.
We are drawing a ton of cards. Man, I'm pretty sure we'll win this, even with this crazy draw. Like, man, come on, I tell you. They lose literally everything. They have no cards, they have no card draw. We literally destroyed everything they loved. Oh, this feels great. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that you requested since forever, and today we will finally play it. And the games today will be pretty masterful. I think you will not believe some of the wins we have stolen from our opponent with some pretty creative plays. Of course, with Ketramose you draw cards whenever you exile something from the graveyard or battlefield. Ghost Vacuum, absolutely perfect. Draws you cards every time. Every Soul Partition can draw you cards. And of course, Kaya can keep doing it every turn forever while stacking a ton of loyalty. In order for it to attack or block, you need to have 7 cards in exile. Ashiok helps with this, and all the exile cards also fuel the ultimate. You will see how powerful this can be. And Eternal Wonder can also exile a card every single turn, while also being your huge win con. And yeah, this is the idea for the deck. We even have one cease and desist because we can sweep all the artifacts. This play is devastating to some of the decks. So I think you really like both the deck and the gameplay for today. And before we start, of course, our absolute legend for today is Stackhouse A, our great friend of the channel. And this deck, my friend, is for you. And I think you are in for some good fun. So really thank you for supporting the channel and always being awesome. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, let's go to the gameplay. Oh my god, what is this abomination? I will take it because we will draw 2 next cards. And that gives us a good chance to start hitting something. I think I will just go with Locust Spray. You already have 2 lands, but we want more probably. I will cycle it, so we can try to hit all the mana cores. See, we are trying to fix it. We are doing a good job at it. I will hold those. They can hit very well. This is the talent turn, and it seems to be mono-white. Okay, annoying. How do we deal with it? I think it's Soul Partition. I'm not in love with this play, but it's good enough for now. I think it's good enough. And that means we are going for the Backstreet. 5th mana can give us Ashiok. So I have the land for the next turn, then we play Kaya, then we can surveil if we want, or make a token. Alright, I will take it. Ashiok is really important. I think I will try to keep the Get Lost. Right now they cannot replay it, which means that hopefully we can hit something else. Bro, can you like chill please? I wish there was counterplay to creatures that do not die to remove one. Oh man, this is insanely good for them. They're getting so much value. I cannot keep up as a control deck with this. Oh boy, I already removed one of them. We can kill a talent, but unfortunately they got the one that doesn't get removed by what we have. So very unfortunate for us so far. On top of a really bad draw. I'm not in love with this situation. I think we'll try to go like this, guys.
Glad to be here. Your problems are my profits.
So with this, they cannot kill Kaya, even if they remove it, which will cost them mana. And if we try to trade, this becomes enchantment, so maybe we can get lost. You know, we will just try to use two cards basically to counter it, and it's still, I guess, good enough. It's not the worst, but we don't play like exile effects like Sunfall. We play, of course, exile effects like different ones, but we cannot draw them, unfortunately. All right, this is okay, bro. We are really fighting like crazy here. I think we are kind of forced into lockdown. And then we can maybe get lost. If they play this, they cannot draw anything and are getting a little bit behind. That can be pretty good. I think, man, we can maybe surveil and try to get Ketramose. Like, I really think we need to start getting a little bit better dose than what we are getting here. This will be hard, but I think we're trying to find a good angle to get the value. If they play this, this is end of their turn. Scruff's Hive. Good card, but we have the answer. I will go like this. I need to prevent their card though, because it's going absolutely insane. And I think, bro, how many lands can I draw? I really need non-land cards, bro. Come on. Alright, so we want to play Ashiok. Do we go for a Ghost Vacuum? Not super important. I think I need a creature, so though I don't think they can go for any kind of pump. The best is 5 damage. So Ashiok won't die. So we play this and we see what we get. Ashiok is incredibly important here. Alright, at least we have a clear winner. This could be a very good card. We plus both Planeswalkers at 6, so even if they hit double counter, they cannot kill any of them, and Talent costs 3 mana, so they cannot level it up to 3. We go for the tap land, we make our next draw a little bit better. Not perfect, but it might be good enough, I'll take it. Oh boy, we will probably have to hit another sweeper at some point, but I hope we have time. Here's the Talent. And here's another Hive. This really begs for cease and desist, so I will get this, but it's okay. Alright, and we can start training. This is huge. This is the only non-artifact card in the board, basically. Well, those are enchantments, so they still get hit by this. So this is actually super huge. Alright, guys, I think we're doing it. I think we will do it. So how can we play this? I can wait one more turn, maybe? We probably want to check the card first. Let's see what we are, working with. Kaya is nice, but Right Sand is probably even better here. Kaya will probably stay here forever. Alright. So I can kill everything and make a token. This will die, all of this will die, and the Talent will die. They will have only this, and it's too slow. I cannot kill my own stuff. Oh, they will get those tokens, right? So they will have 3 creatures. 3, 6. Is there anything else I can do? I can make the token and give them all of this value, but they will draw cards. I think this is the play, guys. I really think this is the play. It really helps to clear the board finally. Yep, thank you. It is nice. We have a man of culture here. And let's go for the vacuum for future. We will see. Right now, not many targets. But, Enduring Innocence is a creature. We don't play creatures as usually. I really want to force them to stop drawing cards so we can start to be a control deck. We broke all of their value engines right now. They cannot kill any of the Planeswalkers, and we're creating a creature every turn for free. As you can see, they know what the problem is. I could go for Nesting Bot just to prevent the card draw later, but I'm much rather focused on not having, many creatures in the board. This is annoying. Listen, I have this Planeswalker. Why do they have this Planeswalker? This is not cool. Let's start. So how do we want to exile? With Ketramose, there's no point in exiling creatures right now. Can we ever get to the ultimate? Maybe, but they have Get Lost in the deck. I will still go for it. We'll go for the most expensive card because we cannot take it back in any way. What a draw! At least we can exile it, that's pretty good. Alright, guys. I could actually hit creatures, but I think cards are way more important. Oh my god! Oh, guys, we are doing stuff. We are actually doing stuff. Let's get rid of this super annoying card. Let's see if they... Oh, they have more, huh? Graveyard. Hand is okay for them, but we can deal with it. Ghostly Dancers, not a very good card. Seasons. Seasons will be super annoying. Sheltered, man, they have a lot. They have a lot. That's why it was so important to deny them Cardo. We can get rid of this, but I don't think we need to. And we go for this. We lose Surveil, but we can always Surveil into Ashiok and make sure that we draw the right card. We can also remove one of the creatures. We'll decide after they attack. They cannot go this into this. See how many cards we disabled with this? They would draw at least 8 cards if that wasn't Soul Partitioned. And they're going for Ashiok. They know. It's the problem. I want to save it, so I can block this or exile this. No. This is the best. That prevents the most damage. 1 damage to Ashiok means we are not losing loyalty. And we are getting more and more ahead in board. Of course they have this. Are you serious? This is the perfect way to use 6 mana and draw a card. I really hope they won't have this kind of perfect turn. Alright, and now Innocence needs to be exiled. At least we have the right hand and a ton of mana, so, you know, there's something. And let's go for the Innocence. Maybe we can get it back at Supreme late game. I mean, we can already use it if we really want. Some insane draw. We can kill this, tank 1 creature, and potentially remove another one. So I think we just plus with Ashiok. By the way, we didn't draw a single Ketramose this game, right? Literally no Ketramose and not a single tome. Man, the chance of not drawing any of those 8 value cards is insane. Like, it's kinda crazy, to be honest. So we'll go with Ghost Vacuum. We could draw cards if we sacrifice the Vacuum, create a creature, and then we can go for Innocence. I think this is okay, but this is so expensive, man. That it gives us creatures. I never thought that I will go for this play. Bro, I cannot get my value engine, so my strategy is I will steal his value engine because that's the only thing I can do. Absolutely legit, isn't it? Alright, and we can right send on the Innocence, so hopefully they will attack first. Listen guys, I think we got absolutely nothing from the Shuffler. This is like one of the worst draws, and we're actually beating one of the top decks in the format. Alright, annoying, but we have ways to go around it. It wasn't a creature, so this is actually not as good of a draw as you might think, because this will be temporary. Annoying. 1 card, and that's it. They will swing. Good. This actually prevents them from blocking, for going for it. We can right send, which is super good. It's also an exile. And now we can protect Ashiok without losing Innocence. Listen, we are creating value out of literal thin air. Like, Shuffler decided we'll never get value, and here we are. Here we are. Let's go Ketramose. This is the time to shine after all those bad draws. Alright, we can Ghost Vacuum. I think I will still try to keep Ashiok alive. So let's keep drawing cards. Soul Partition, very good draw, very good draw. We are through the bad draw. Now we are getting good stuff. Alright. It has to be during our turn, so let's go for whatever. I will just take the card I hate the most, alright? That's my strategy. And the rest is double removal. We will never block with this, so why not attack? Yeah, I will never go for it. We have good exile effects. Even if they have a creature, we can get rid of Innocence with Soul Partition. That's insane huge. And force them to recast it, basically tapping fully, and we get a free turn. I think we won. I call it. I think we won. We actually broke all of their engines. We survived the absolute drought of not drawing anything for forever, no value, and we stole their value engine, and it actually won us the game, so we can hit our first Ketramose. So, okay, let's read this. When it enters, return enchantment card from the graveyard to the hand. We cannot prevent it, because we tapped back. I didn't play around this card. Enchantment. So they will go for the Scarf Hive. We have the answer for it, so it's not the worst. Whenever enchantment you control... Alright. This is kinda okay, but it will trigger Innocence, which is super annoying. I don't want them to draw cards, so I think I will Soul Partition it. This way they are getting value, but not extremely good value. They also don't want to attack, probably, because they lose something with Ketramose every time. And we can probably get rid of it before it becomes an issue. I hope. We have lockdowns. Lockdown will hit everything very nicely here. They probably won't attack. But that means Ashiok is here, helping us. I wish I didn't tap this vacuum. But we wanted to draw cards, so it was really worth it. That was the correct play in the end. Alright, guys. Okay, we will play this first, so we can get better this. I don't want it. This is too late. We need Day of Judgment, or maybe even Lockdown. We won't get any of them. Alright. I see. A very wonky draw, not gonna lie. But it's doable. It's doable, guys. I can draw another. Let's go. This way we draw cards. And as we can see, they can get something from the graveyard. Another land. Bro, those draws. I have so many lockdowns and days of... I think I have like all of them in those 20 cards. I think I have 6 sweepers there. 5 sweepers. Really unfortunate draw. So how do we deal with it? I probably play this. We might lose Ashiok on this turn because of those draws. But at the same time, I still think we could kill something.
Notice I didn't say fair.
Is it exile? We exile both cards. This is pretty good. So I could get rid of this and this, but it doesn't matter too much. They don't have any value from it. Enchantment. It's just a creature, we'll sweep it. I think this is better. So we will make a token, which means we draw a card, so let's do it now. We can use their draw engine and ours draw engine at the same time. And we'll keep Ketramose because we will be defending on this turn. I probably want to go for the Tome. Alright. Now this nesting bot actually wants to die, because of course of legendary roll, so when they lose this, one Kaya will get killed, so this is good for them. Alright, so they're going for absolute crazy mode. We tried to do everything we could to stop them, but we don't draw the cards we need. Alright, now the real battle starts. I probably want to get Ashiok to 7, it's kinda important here. I hope we can. I will lose this innocence. Right, this is actually really good. Let's get rid of this. Man, we are going on the razor's edge the whole game, and I think we are really doing a great job at surviving. I might even scry. I think scrying might be better than drawing cards here. Well, definitely was a good scry, you know? Bro, please, I have those. I promise I have those cards. We already have Kaya, right? So I think we take her later. And let's draw now and see what we get. I told you, this card exists in my deck. I promise you. Alright guys, we need to be smart. We can win from this. We can win from this. So if I kill everything, I think when it dies, I think we can kill it in between the triggers. So we kill everything, we will lose Kaya. We will lose Kaya, so how can... You know what? Let's just do this. We target this, we exile this, we make sure that it never comes back.
That's it.
We are drawing a ton of cards. Man, I'm pretty sure we'll win this, even with this crazy draw. Like, man, come on, I tell you. We go Verge, it's the best one. Alright, now we sweep. We get Kaya back. They lose literally everything. They have no cards, they have no card draw. We literally destroyed everything they loved. Oh, this feels great. I could even go for the tokens, because they might die very quickly. Yeah, full aggro. But first we go for this. No, they might draw it again. I don't need cards. Alright, changing strategy. We are going for the maximum power as soon as possible, and with Ketramose we can try to go for lethal. This grows because we exiled cards. We are completely switching the game plan and just going for lethal. They are losing 2 life from the hives. We are hitting at least 4 a turn with this. And whatever we draw next might kill this so they don't get blockers. I really think this is a winning strategy. They probably have like very few draws that does something. And you can even exile stuff from the grave. I think we navigated it masterfully. Told you guys, this is how you outplay your opponent. Alright guys, this will be a rough one, but you know what? On the play I think we'll be quick enough, because we can go Ketramose. Do I want this? Ooh, rough. I think we need something better. We have good mana. Right center is a huge deal. We will try to probably Ketramose first, so we can start doing with this, but we'll see. This will be like on razor's edge if the draw is quick enough. Soul Partition is a nice one. I probably don't want to show... Yeah, we can play this and try to hit the 4th one. This is way better, right? Because if we draw land right now, we know that we don't need the next land. Alright, see? We don't need the next land. Moment of Truth. Which means Awakening deck, which means no 2 mana counterspell because they have Confounding Riddle. See, that's from very small things you can get all those small advantages. See, and that would be the land we actually don't need. So, man, I like it. We are making all the right decisions. We'll see it if even matters, because if they get a good draw, it might not even matter. We need to drop Kaya on the next turn, and we need it not countered. Please give me just like 2 turns to set up, because we have insane ways to prevent their whole game plan. Our deck is partially sideboarded against them, but we need to have a little bit of time. I really want them to tap main phase. Please, just don't pass the turn. If they don't have Confounding Riddle, we will win this. Ah, they didn't tap. Annoying. So annoying. Alright. We have one play. We have to drop this. Please. No Confounding Riddle. I can still bounce Ketramose, so we won't draw the card, but exile is good enough. Alright, guys. Alright.
This will be child's play.
Always. Surveil into exile. They still don't have the main cards, but we are getting somewhere. They need to react, because otherwise we are drawing cards. They don't want this. Okay. Lockdown, absolutely useless. Do we really need the 3rd Kaya? I think I don't need the 3rd one, you know? Alright, so what they can get? Invasion of Arcavios is tempting, but what is really the play? Maybe Moment of Truth. Because they can take it back. I don't think they will ever take it, so it isn't as relevant. But drawing a card is super good. DN! Oh boy. Man, if the wording was different, you could keep... Wait. For any number... Bro, we can literally remove the Omniscience from the whole deck if they ever play it and not have like protection for it. They probably can bounce it, so it won't hit, but man, the upside is there. In some of the games you can literally remove their win con from the deck. Without Omniscience, this deck does nothing. Like, there's nothing to reanimate, you know? Alright. If they hit Omniscience, without reanimating it instantly, we can always remove it with Kaya, so that's really nice. I would love them to actually, you know, lose it. So how do we do it? Definitely going for Kaya, so we can draw a card. This won't be easy, because they can just go instantly into, you know, the play. Ghost Vacuum is really nice. I like both of those cards, but I need mana. I actually need mana. Can I get Ashiok? I think Ashiok is too slow. I will take the Ghost Vacuum. Alright, what is the card? Let's start going for invasions. And now we can start exiling cards at instant speed. They have 2 mana, they cannot counter it. Please, the Pylon. You need to keep in mind, Pylon has insanely high priority for auto-tapper, because it can provide any color of mana, even though ratio is horrible. So, you know, always keep it in mind. And we are close to activating Ketramose. I'm not tapping Vacuum, because this is our protection against the whole reanimation game plan. And we even have removal on top of this. Soul Partition might be super important. Moment of truth. You make a stop, so you don't get to next turn. If they get Omniscience here, you can get rid of it. That you probably, in all honesty, want to wait until they target it. Alright, sure. And this Ghost Vacuum is keeping them in check so tight. And they never can stack to Omniscience because Kaya is also here exiling, like working and exiling overtime. I mean, we are getting there. I really like it. And we are closer to getting Ketramose on. We are also drawing a ton of cards, so we shouldn't miss any more land drops. They cannot reanimate it at instant speed, so let's start hitting their stuff. I usually just go for instants because they can take it with Arcavios, so, you know, at least some upside. I don't believe they can take Arcavios from the graveyard with like anything, because it's battle, it's not instant sorcery. Alright. Oh, we are not drawing cards, right. But we will with this. And we can also fix our draw. Well, I need a land. I actually need the land. Day of Judgment is not needed. Not the matchup for it. Now we can draw. We don't miss a land drop, which is super sweet. And we are getting closer and closer to 7. I could activate it right now. But I don't want to risk that I will die on this turn. Soul Partition is pretty good. I need to pressure them, but they will just bounce, so it's not as good. It's not as good. I think our main idea to win this game is just overwhelming them with the Graveyard Exile. Like, they cannot really defend against this. We are like basically sideboarded against their strategy. Oh, this is really good. Okay guys, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We can get rid of something, whatever, so-called. Draw a card, which is nice. Now we can Soul Partition. Please, Pylons, cooperate. I can go like this. This way we protect Vacuum. They will get one turn, but we're drawing so many cards. And right sand is probably not what we want. Let's get rid of it. It's also high cost, so, well, I guess we have one Ashiok, so, you know, we won't go for the meal game plan. But generally it's high converted cost, so if you exile it, Ashiok gets very nice boost to ultimate. See? We are doing it right. And I want as much mana on this turn as possible. Does it stick? Man, what a game. It feels like we're on the razor's edge to just not die every turn, but I think we're balancing it nicely. See? They have no counterplay to this. Alright, going first, we have the Vacuum, we have the Tome, we have Removal and Sweepers, and with Tome we should be able to find what we are missing. So I will set it up. It's a little bit risky because maybe we will have to lockdown. So if I was like super, you know, relying on this, I would probably not play it yet. And now we can go with the Tome and start drawing some cards. We need to get Ketramose probably as soon as possible. And let's see if that's alright. Alright, so this is like a lockdown bounce deck. So maybe we can even go... We'll see. Probably next turn is lockdown, I would guess. I will scry once. Just to see if we can... Okay, this is a good draw. I want something like this that is pretty powerful. And we can, you know, roll with it. We can even save Tome if we really care with Soul Partition, but we can also kill the lockdown. 1 damage. Alright, bro. You got it. But what more? Momentum Breaker. I actually don't mind it too much. It's not a very good play for them, especially with stuff like this. I think we'll go with Soul Partition. Get Lost is good enough for now. And we should be able to exile anything we want every time. Alright, so they're going for another breaker. Oh, this is way better for us. This is way better. We actually missed the land somehow. Alright, that's bad. Let's try to hit it. It's really important that we hit a land. And we managed to... Alright, this was huge. Lockdown is something they play, not us. But They have Scroll Shift, they have Get Lost, and Pixie, so some of the cards won't prevent our lockdown. I still think we can play without it. I honestly think we have this luxury. And we'll go with the Tome. We'll start discarding important stuff. It is possible they will go for double discard, and I might get rid of Kaya then, because I probably will keep the Wanderer. We have 4 Kayas. 2 damage is fine, but we need to be careful. But don't forget we have double Tome, so we have 8 life gain already. We are basically at 25. So it's not as scary as without the Tomes. Man, I love the Tomes so much, they're so useful. And our opponent will bounce everything, will discard everything. And I think we should have this game, to be honest. We need to be careful of a lockdown, so we probably want to draw those cards as soon as possible. We don't need this guy. Man, I love those lands, Surveil is so good. And because I expect a lot of, you know, lockdowns in this game, I will try to use this turn to double draw. And that should get us to 7 cards, and then we can roll. I honestly think we are in a very good spot. What? What? Alright, they're playing this just to, you know, have stuff. Alright, and now we can start to do, you know, a lot of plays with this. We didn't draw Ketramose, which is a little bit unfortunate. This is the main card of the deck. But as you can see, we can just play normally without even this, which is kinda crazy. Let's go for the Fountainport. Do we want to already clear the board? We can still draw the card afterwards, so I think this is good. I think this is good. They also don't have blue mana untapped, so they cannot bounce them and protect them and get the full value. We also have something in the graveyard, so the vacuum can start hitting. We can even go for 6 mana play. You know what? This could be good. I think I will start doing it. Because we can exile all the creatures. We have Get Lost for the Anchorage. Next turn we can also play Kaya and start getting some really good value. Loran, that's fine. That's actually super fine. This doesn't do as much. Which means we don't need to activate it. Because we want them to have cards in the graveyard, so we can exile them later with Ketramose. Let's draw a card, get to 7 again. I mean, we are really crushing it so far. And what do? I can start making some creatures already. Colorless, and those. Especially that it's the spirit token is a 1/1, so trades perfectly against Loran. And even if they kill the token, they cannot kill Kaya, so that gives them a ton of problems. If they want to shuffle in any way, I don't think they can. We can always draw a card, and we can also remove something. So this is pretty versatile. I honestly think we are in an extremely good spot. Our opponent just doesn't have the power to pierce through our defenses. As you can see, we are back to 18 and soon we'll be back at 22. So they didn't make damage, they don't have really a scary board, and they also don't have card advantage. And with Ketramose, we'll start to, you know, absolutely like roll over them basically. Oh, thank you! Oh, this is good. This is so good. We also have Ashiok, so we can even mill them at some point if we really want. So I don't think they have too many outs here. And this is our turn. I will still draw a card. I want to play land and make maximum plays. Alright, good. Very nice. And now we can start doing stuff. Probably let's start with this one. So this will be the first problem for our opponent. It's pretty cheap, so even bouncing doesn't matter. And we can start surveilling. And hitting the good stuff. We'll try to stay at 7 cards. Nowhere to run, sure. But the question is, what is the target? Oh, they will go for 2. This is so good. We don't even need it. So they did this, all of this to prevent this Cardo, and we'll just roll another Ketramose. So what are the targets? Sure. This is actually a bit more annoying because it resets the, you know, the Kaya. But they did so much to just get rid of this. I think I will kill Loran. Because we have infinite Cardo and they actually have no cards. I don't care about the ending this. Let's just kill it. I don't need to do it in response, but it doesn't make a difference one way or the other. What is this tap, by the way? This is the weirdest tap ever. I will take both cards. And what do we go for? We can start exiling. Let's go Pixie. Because then we can get, you know, another Ketramose activated faster. And I mean, let's go for it. We need to start damaging them. Alright, so the top is kinda abysmal, but I guess we didn't have another place and we are not at 5, so the end doesn't get even discounted. So maybe we indeed didn't have the place, so we can always draw with the tome. I want to play a land, and then we'll keep the anti-enchantment as the last resort. Whoa. Is there Jace now in this deck? Okay, I never played around it, but you know what? I think we have the answer. They can mill quite a lot of cards, but it will be one-time thing. And they are milling themselves? What?
We can improve.
Alright, our opponent is just big braining this stuff. I'm not sure if milling themselves is so good. So what we will do is draw a card, we can play a land with the end, so we should end with 7 cards after all of the plays. And we need another to have maximum power. Alright. I think I start with this, and we see what happens. They might try to bounce it, but they don't have blue mana. And that means there's no Jace for the rest of the game. I think they cannot prevent it. There might be something, but I think it should... yeah, they have nothing. Bro. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed those games. I was pretty proud, especially from the first game. Man, I've never stolen creature with Ghost Vacuum, so I can use my opponent's strategy to draw my win cons. This was a pretty good play. I really hope you liked it. And yeah, I feel that we have stolen some wins we should never get. But you know what? That's what Magic is about. We are getting very interesting hands, and we try to sneak weasel our way to victory. And I think this was a pretty good day on the arena for it. And we even ranked up with this one, so I'm pretty happy. And before we go into the rest part of the deck, because I have some thoughts after playing with it, huge thank you to all of our patrons. And thanks to your support, we could make this cool deck and show you this great gameplay. I hope it was great. So really thank you guys. And we even have a new member, Yuito. I hope I said it right. Thank you for joining the Immortal tier and being immortalized in the video forever. So really thank you for this. I hope you are having fun with the channel. And yeah, what about the deck? I really liked most of the choices, and you wouldn't believe how this deck started. I wanted to go for Rest in Peace because that was like in my mind, alright, every card gets exiled, so if we use anything during our turn, then we draw cards forever, one after another. We cycle Locust Spray, it just goes to the graveyard, it gets exiled with Rest in Peace, and we are drawing cards. Well, unfortunately, glad I tested it with Sparky. This doesn't work like this, so it completely destroyed my first idea for the deck, and in the end we actually went more into Planeswalkers. I know there will be some questions, why not for Ghost Vacuums, because the card is such a great synergy. Well, the problem is if you draw 2 of them and there's Mono Red hitting your face, so that's why I didn't really want to even include those 2. But after testing, I realized that it really helps because it's 0 mana card draw, and it really stacks with other ways like Kaya. If you have 2 Kayas, you cannot stack them. If you have Kaya and Ghost Vacuum, you can actually draw a lot of cards, and before they will remove Ketramose, because this card actually can die, especially in current standard, full of bounce and exile. You really want to get some value so can, you know, get the removal, get some answers, and then stabilize the board, and then replay Ketramose, the next one, and then you actually start winning. I think Ashiok is a huge part of the deck, even more than Eternal Wanderer sometimes, because with the ultimate you can go for the mill. It's not always an option, but you have seen that in many games we were very close to it, or we actually geared toward it, so our opponent had to play differently. And I think Ashiok is great fit because it exiles cards, so it stacks Ketramose, and everything in our deck is aimed at exiling stuff, so when we ultimate, it will be probably like between 20 and 40 cards, depending on what we hit. We also have nice hits like Right Sand, 5 mana card that can be played for 2 mana, but its converted mana cost is 5, so it really stacks the ultimate very quickly. And yeah, we have stuff like this. I still kept the Locust Spray. I think it's very good for the early game against Mono Red, and I would play more, but I just didn't know what to cut. And one decision I made, and I think you know why, but I will still explain it. Because with Mazemind Tome, you get basically 2 different game plans. In order to set up Ketramose, Kaya, Vacuum, and none of this be removed, it takes a moment. It's not easy to set it up. And Tome really helps to get this extra gas so we can get to this point, because you have a lot of cards and suddenly it's not very hard to set it up if you can answer all the threats perfectly that your opponent has. It also life gains, and when you put the 4th counter you exile it, so it kinda works perfectly with all of this. And I think this is a great addition with Ketramose, Mazemind Tome, and so many planeswalkers. You usually never lack value. You even have Fountainport, and by the way, I have to mention it, Conduit Pylons, absolutely amazing card. It lets you stack the graveyard, so we have more to exile in the future. It lets you stack 7 cards faster, and also fixes your draws in the early game, and I think we can afford to play 6 colorless mana because we are only 2 colored and the rest of the mana is very good. You can always filter at the 1 mana attack, so I really like it. And Day of Judgment, because we don't want to go for the spectacular pile up because it will kill our Ketramose, and we also don't want to go Sunfall because it will exile our Ketramose. So Day of Judgment also gets 1 mana cheaper, and it does the better effect that we basically want more than the Sunfall. So for this deck, this card is pretty much perfect. And Lockdown goes around Ketramose, which is even more perfect. You just need to be careful of tomes and vacuums. Think when you play them. And the final card? Nope. Here you go. Cease and Desist card I absolutely love. I would be playing it way more, but I never can find slots for it. And the fact that you can once per game destroy all artifacts and enchantments very often will win you the game, and you can get so much value from this. It even saved some of our games today. So card is amazing. You can even play it against Awakening deck and exile their Omniscience from the graveyard, completely messing the combo. And they don't have Omniscience in the board, which means they don't have mana to Confounding Riddle and counter it like they have if you go for removal after they're animated. So card is amazing and I would play more, but I don't have room. So guys, it was longer than I expected, but I think this is a very cool deck. It has a lot of potential and a lot of ways to build it, and a lot of synergies. And by the way, you can use Soul Partition to defend every of your cards, Planeswalkers, Ketramose, even reset the tome from the counters. Don't forget about it, it's a very versatile card. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments if you like the deck and the gameplay. Were you satisfied? And see you guys tomorrow.
With